Hey, Dirt Wheels Magazine fans, followers, readers. Today we're testing out the two top dogs, the Maverick R and the Pro R. We have two drivers, expert driver, and then a guy that's new to driving both of these machines. Never been in them, so we're gonna take his opinions, mold them together with mine, and get a good feel for what these are. They're stock. We're running them in stock trim, all the stock settings. Tire pressure is the same at 18 pounds. This one has a windshield and some mirrors. This is our Project Maverick R, so it looks a little different, but they're $34,000 for the Maverick R with a couple accessories. The Pro R starts about 37. It has a backup camera and that navigation that we like, Ride Command. The Maverick R has 30-inch tires. The Pro R has 32. But we're not going to really delve into how they perform. It's more about how they drive. It's comfort. It's seeing out of the cockpit. It's comfort in the corners, comfort in the bumps. What it's like to drive them stock and go on a trail ride. We're gonna do a little track driving. We're gonna do a little trail riding. It's kind of like Top Gear with a couple middle-aged guys that can afford a $35,000 machine. That's who can buy them. That's who owns them. But we're not going to take them in the dunes. We're not going to do anything extreme. We're gonna go out and enjoy these $35,000 toys and hope you guys can form your own opinion on which one you want to buy. Can-Am gives the Maverick R 25 inches of travel front and back. The shocks are 2.5s, adjustable but manual. You can't change them in the car like you can with this Polaris. Can-Am does have an electronically adjustable shock, but that bumps you up another 10 grand. So this one has, again, the 3-stage adjustments. 30-inch tires on non-beadlock wheels. Both vehicles have non-beadlock wheels. So the most notable thing on the Maverick R obviously is that tall knuckle front suspension. It does the same thing as a normal A-arm, but Can-Am claims it does it better. So we'll see if that translates into a driving experience or not. The rear ends are similar. They both have trailing arms. Again, this one has a little smaller tire than the other vehicle, but the other vehicle has slightly less wheel travel. It's got claim 22 in the front, 24 in the back, but with larger shocks. So, tit for tat, they should be pretty equal on how they drive, and we'll find that out. So the Maverick R has the ability to put in shoulder harnesses, but this model comes with a 3-point normal lap belt, which actually we prefer for just casual trail riding. It's easier to get in and out of the car. Both cockpits are really similar. They have all the creature comforts that you want: tilt steering, power steering. This model of RZR does have these 6-point harnesses. They're good. We like them both. Whatever keeps you safe and whatever you feel like running. If you want to put a better 5-point, you can. Buckets are similar. Again, we love the Ride Command and rear camera of this machine. So Polaris uses that monster 4-cylinder, 225 horsepower engine. Has a huge alternator, CVT transmission, no turbo, giant exhaust system coming out of that block. Really sounds good. An extra 20 horsepower out of the Can-Am, plus it has that manual transmission, no CVT belt. And this vehicle, you can switch it from auto mode and it'll shift for you, or you can bang off those paddles and shift through the gears if you want. You can love or hate the cargo area of each one. We do like the Can-Am where you can lay a spare tire flat without any tools other than your ratchet strap. The Polaris has a deeper well cargo area, but it's harder to attach a spare tire without buying extra equipment. But either one will get the job done. You just have to do a little bit of creative packing and you can get what you need stored in either car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very, very impressed with
How
both of
about
them.
coming? We had a bunch of corners with really deep whoops. How about coming out of the corners into those rough sections?
So the rough sections, Kane stated before, 22, 24 on the Polaris, front and rear, 25, 25. I didn't feel much difference.
Really? Yeah.
I didn't feel much difference. Both had a little chatter,
Uh-huh.
Through the whoops on the power as normal.
Yeah. I felt a lot more chatter in the RZR and a lot plusher in the Maverick in the deeper whoops under acceleration.
So the Maverick, there's definitely a point to be made about the Maverick feels floatier. It floats quite a bit more. It feels just plusher. It floats more.
Yeah.
This one seems a little stiffer.
Right.
We didn't touch the suspension at all. All the suspension is stock settings as far as I know.
Yeah, it's middle of the road.
Didn't touch any clickers on any of them or anything. So I imagine you could adjust to your liking.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know.
But for an overall general feel, just both cornered about the same, but just felt taller, felt lower.
Yes, stiffer, floatier.
Yeah. The braking acceleration bumps just a little bit more in the it's surprising in the RZR, even though it has taller tires, it didn't soak up that small stuff.
So on brakes, if I could bring that up real quick, I don't know what your thought. I felt like the brakes were slightly stronger on the Polaris than the Can-Am. Going into the corner in the Can-Ams, I felt like I had to pump once to get that stiffness to grab. The Polaris, it was right there.
Yeah, I felt they were both kind of spongy. You really had to lay on them.
Yeah, I felt more so in the Can-Am.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's probably the way it is for sure.
Yeah, both amazing vehicles. I think it's a personal preference.
It's more of a seating position and what you want to feel like when you're driving it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Me, myself, I come from a YXZ, a turbo YXZ. We sit low. It's very point and shoot with the turbo. More like the Can-Am seating position.
True. Yeah.
This more upright, just but it works.
It never felt tippy.
No, I never felt uncomfortable. I never felt like I was in a trail machine about to roll. Never once did I get that feeling.
Yeah, me neither. Well, let's take them out on the trails and let's get some opinions on the trail ride. Yeah,
I'm into it.
It's fun, huh?
Let's go.
All right. rad day, man. That was cool.
Heck yeah, that was awesome.
I don't know what I like better, the track or the trails, and I still don't know what car I like better. If I was going to build a new car, it would have the sight lines of the Polaris, and then I would say the comfort of the Can-Am.
Yes.
I did realize that this windshield, this black piece, was kind of the reason that we couldn't see over the hood so well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which you could fix that easy by taking that off,
Right.
or whatever, if we were getting into some rock crawling. But man, they're close. What do you think?
I think they're equally as fun on the trail as the track. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. The tracking, their turning, I am blown away on how quick they turn. The response is...
Yeah. This tight little S section?
Yeah, both of them. Equally.
Yeah.
Equally. You turn, it goes.
Wasn't that a
There's
blast?
no push.
Tight, you know,
Yeah.
running through that section.
Oh, that was
so much fun.
So much fun.
I was right on your bumper there for a little bit. That was pretty fun.
It's great when the front end doesn't push.
Yeah, that's right. I felt no hint of push in either car. And the tires, even though the tires are slightly different, I couldn't pick one better than the other.
No, if these are both stock tires that come with the vehicles.
Exactly.
They handled amazingly today, I think. Both of them on the track and the trail, tracked well, precise turning in both of them. Really impressive.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything that you didn't like or you would change about either one?
You know, when you drive both of them, the only thing that I noticed really immediately is the line of sight.
Yeah, much better in the Razor.
Is much better in the Razor. I do like the way the Can-Am floats a little bit more through the whoops a little bit. It is a little softer, a little plusher.
Yeah, so when I was telling you earlier, the electronic shocks, you know, they give you some value, but the base shocks are pretty darn good, and to save $10,000, I mean, I would rather spend $10,000 on gas, no matter which car you were going to get, and just leave the electronic shocks off of it and go with a base shock, and then you could always get it revalved or resprung for, you know, the type of riding you do.
I would agree 100% that for base shocks and the way this is set up, like you said, I would rather take the 10 grand, and that's a year's worth of trips.
Exactly. Those are some good trips.
Those are some good trips, couple weeks, Sand Hollow, wherever you want to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even in the tight stuff, I think this would be great in the mountains. You know, the bummer is there is no base model Pro R without the electronic shocks right now. But you know, you probably could find one from last year, or maybe next year they'll come out with that again, with the cheaper shocks or whatever, to save a little money. That's all I'm saying. I mean, they're fine the way they are.
Yeah.
It's just,
100%.
you know, 37, 38 grand versus 35. That's a lot of money, you know, but
bang for the buck, I'd say they're worth it.
yeah, I think so.
Both these vehicles are very, very impressive.
Yeah, it was a blast.
I don't think you could go wrong, Kane, with either one of them.
Right.
I really don't.
You know, next video we'll take them to the dunes and really test that horsepower, but other than that, you know, suspension, handling, power, they were awesome. Good trip.
Yep, look forward to the dunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.